Gentlemen over 60, if you've been taking pills for your performance, whether it's for energy, blood pressure, cholesterol, or especially for intimate function, and they just don't work like they used to, or they've stopped working entirely, what I'm about to reveal will completely change how you understand your body. Because here's what nobody is telling you. It's not that the pills stopped working. It's that your body changed in a very specific way after 60, a change that makes nearly all pills less effective, sometimes completely ineffective. And once you understand what this change is, you'll realize why taking more pills, trying different pills, or switching brands won't solve the problem. In fact, it might be making things worse. Before we dive deep into the science, I need you to do something right now. Hit that subscribe button. Because what we're covering today is information that most doctors won't tell you. Not because they're hiding it, but because they simply don't have time to explain the deeper mechanisms. And if this information helps you, I want to make sure you don't miss the next video. Also, drop a comment right now and tell me, where are you watching from? What country? What city? I read every single comment, and I'm genuinely curious about our community all over the world. So take 5 seconds, comment your location, and let's build this community together. Now, let's get into the science. A groundbreaking study published in Clinical Pharmacology and Therapeutics analyzed medication effectiveness in 3,200 men aged 60-80 and found something shocking. The same medications that worked perfectly well at age 50 showed 40-60% reduced effectiveness by age 70. Not because the medications changed, but because the body's ability to process them changed. Research from the Journal of Clinical Pharmacology documented that after age 60, your liver's ability to metabolize drugs declines by approximately 30-40%. Your kidney function, which eliminates drugs, decreases by 25-35%. And your body composition changes in ways that dramatically alter how drugs are distributed and used. Another study in drugs and aging found that men over 65 taking common medications for cardiovascular health, metabolic issues, or performance problems experienced significantly diminished effects compared to younger men taking identical doses. And many developed side effects that younger men didn't experience. But here's the most important part, and this is what I really need you to understand. The reason pills stop working after 60 isn't about the pills. It's about what's broken in your body that's preventing the pills from doing their job. Today, I'm going to reveal exactly what changes in your body after 60 that makes pills ineffective, why taking more pills or higher doses is not the solution and can be dangerous, the specific physiological breakdowns that pills can't fix, only mask, and what actually does work after 60, the foundational changes that restore your body's natural function. But here's the critical part. If you're currently relying on pills and don't understand the deeper mechanisms, you're treating symptoms while the root problem gets worse. So stay with me through the entire explanation. Let's begin. Before I explain why pills stop working after 60, you need to understand how pills actually work in your body and what has to happen for them to be effective. When you take a pill, whether it's for blood pressure, cholesterol, blood sugar, or erectile function, here's what must occur. Step 1. Absorption. The pill must be broken down in your stomach and small intestine, and the active compounds must be absorbed through the intestinal lining into your bloodstream. Step 2. Distribution. Once in your bloodstream, the drug must be distributed throughout your body to reach the target tissues, your blood vessels, your heart, your brain, your reproductive organs, wherever it needs to work. Step 3. Metabolism. Your liver metabolizes the drug, often converting it from an inactive form into an active form that can actually do its job. This is called first-pass metabolism. Step 4. Action. The active drug reaches its target receptors in your cells and triggers the intended effect, lowering blood pressure, improving blood flow, reducing cholesterol, whatever the drug is designed to do. Step 5. Elimination. Your kidneys filter the used drug out of your bloodstream and eliminate it through urine. Now here's what most men don't realize. All 5 of these steps become significantly impaired after age 60. Let me show you the research. Breakdown number 1. Absorption declines. Dramatically research published in the Journal of Clinical Pharmacology found that after age 60, stomach acid production decreases by approximately 30–50%. This matters enormously because stomach acid is required to break down pills and release their active ingredients. A study in Alimentary Pharmacology and Therapeutics documented that men over 60 taking proton pump inhibitors, PPIs, for acid reflux, which further reduced stomach acid, had up to 70% reduced absorption of certain medications compared to younger men. But it's not just stomach acid. Research in Age and Aging found that blood flow to the small intestine, where most drug absorption occurs, decreases by approximately 20–30% after age 60. Less blood flow means slower, less efficient absorption of medications. So the very first step, getting the drug into your bloodstream, is already compromised by age 60. Breakdown number 2. Distribution gets disrupted. After drugs are absorbed, they need to be distributed throughout your body via your bloodstream. But several age-related changes disrupt this. Research in clinical pharmacokinetics found that after age 60, body fat increases by 20–40% on average. And because many drugs are fat-soluble, they get trapped in fat tissue instead of reaching their target organs. Muscle mass decreases by 3–8% per decade, meaning less tissue where drugs can exert their effects. Total body water decreases by 10–15%. And because many drugs dissolve in water, lower water content means higher drug concentrations in the blood, increasing side effect risk. A study in Drugs and Aging found that this altered body composition means men over 60 often experience both reduced effectiveness, drug trapped in fat, and increased side effects, higher blood concentrations, from the same dose that worked perfectly at age 50. Breakdown. Number 3. Liver metabolism slows down. This is one of the most critical changes. Your liver is responsible for converting many drugs from inactive prodrugs into their active forms. But research published in Hepatology found that after age 60, liver blood flow decreases by 30–40%. Liver enzyme activity, the enzymes that metabolize drugs, decreases by 20–30%. Liver size actually shrinks by approximately 20–25%. What this means: drugs that require liver activation don't get fully activated, so you get less benefit. And drugs that require liver breakdown stay in your system longer, so you get more side effects. A study in Clinical Pharmacology and Therapeutics found that common medications for cardiovascular health showed 40–60% longer half-lives in men over 70 compared to men in their 40s, meaning the drug stayed active in the body much longer, increasing toxicity risk. Breakdown. Number 4. Receptor sensitivity decreases. Even if a drug successfully reaches its target tissue, it still needs to bind to specific receptors on your cells to trigger its effect. But research in pharmacological reviews found that receptor sensitivity and density both decrease with age. For example, studies on blood pressure medications found that beta receptors, which many blood pressure drugs target, decrease in number and responsiveness by approximately 30–40% after age 60. Research on erectile dysfunction medications found that PDE5 inhibitors, like sildenafil Viagra, tadalafil Cialis, become significantly less effective after 60. Not because the drugs changed, but because endothelial cells, lining blood vessels, produce less nitric oxide, 50% reduction by age 70. Smooth muscle cells in blood vessels become less responsive to nitric oxide signaling. Chronic vascular damage reduces the drug's ability to improve blood flow. A study in the Journal of Sexual Medicine found that men over 65 had only 50–60% response rate to PDE5 inhibitors, compared to 80–85% response rate in men under 50. Same drug, same dose, dramatically different results. Breakdown number 5. Kidney elimination slows down. Your kidneys are responsible for filtering drugs out of your bloodstream and eliminating them. but research in the American Journal of Kidney Diseases found that kidney function, measured by glomerular filtration rate or GFR, declines by approximately 1% per year after age 40, meaning by age 70, kidney function is down about 30% from peak levels. This means drugs stay in your system longer, accumulate with repeated doses, and increase the risk of toxicity and side effects. A study in Clinical Pharmacokinetics found that men over 70 taking multiple medications daily, polypharmacy, had drug accumulation in the bloodstream that created dangerous interactions, even when each individual drug was prescribed at normal doses. So let me summarize what's happening. By age 60-70, your body's ability to absorb, distribute, activate, utilize, and eliminate medications is compromised by 30-60% across the board. This is why pills that work perfectly at 50 stop working at 65. This is why your doctor keeps increasing your dose, trying to compensate for your body's reduced processing capacity. And this is why you're experiencing more side effects, because the drugs are accumulating in your system instead of being efficiently used and eliminated. But here's the part that most doctors miss, and this is absolutely critical. The pills were never fixing the root problem in the first place. They were only masking symptoms. Let me explain what I mean. Let's take the most common example, erectile dysfunction medications. When a doctor prescribes sildenafil, Viagra, or tadalafil, Cialis, here's what the drug does. It inhibits an enzyme called PDE5, which allows nitric oxide to accumulate in the smooth muscle of your blood vessels, causing them to relax and allowing more blood to flow into the penis. Sounds great, right? But here's what the drug does not do. It doesn't fix the underlying vascular damage that's restricting blood flow. It doesn't restore your body's ability to produce nitric oxide naturally. It doesn't address the inflammation damaging your blood vessel lining. It doesn't improve your endothelial cell function. It doesn't reverse arterial plaque buildup. It doesn't restore your hormone levels, testosterone, growth hormone. It doesn't reduce your cortisol or improve your stress response. The drug is a temporary workaround, forcing a response from a broken system. It's like putting a bigger battery in a car with a dying engine. The engine is still dying. The battery just forces it to run a little longer. And after 60, when your body's ability to process the drug declines and the underlying vascular damage worsens, the workaround stops working. The same principle applies to blood pressure medications. They force your blood vessels to dilate or reduce your heart rate, but they don't fix the arterial stiffness, inflammation, or insulin resistance causing high blood pressure. Cholesterol medications, statins. They block cholesterol production in the liver, but they don't fix the oxidative stress and inflammation causing cholesterol to oxidize and damage your arteries. Blood sugar medications. They force your pancreas to produce more insulin or force your cells to respond to insulin, but they don't fix the insulin resistance or metabolic dysfunction causing high blood sugar. Research published in The Lancet analyzed long-term medication use in men over 60 and found that symptom management through pills did not prevent disease progression. In many cases, the underlying conditions worsened, even while symptoms were temporarily controlled. A study in BMJ found that men over 65 taking multiple medications for chronic conditions had higher rates of hospitalizations, adverse drug reactions, and overall mortality compared to men who addressed root causes through lifestyle interventions. So here's the uncomfortable truth. Pills don't stop working after 60. They never actually worked in the sense of fixing the problem. They only masked symptoms, and after 60, even that masking effect fails because your body can't process them anymore. So what's the solution? What actually does work after 60? The answer is this. You have to fix the root physiological breakdowns that pills can't address. And research shows there are 5 critical foundations that, when restored, dramatically improve function, often eliminating the need for pills entirely, or at minimum, making pills work much better at lower doses. Foundation number 1. Restore vascular function. Your blood vessels, the endothelial lining, the smooth muscle, the integrity of the arterial walls are the foundation of nearly everything: cardiovascular health, blood pressure, blood sugar regulation, erectile function, cognitive function, energy levels. Research published in Circulation found that men over 60 who improved their endothelial function through specific dietary interventions experienced 32% improvement in blood pressure, many reduced or eliminated BP medications, 47% improvement in erectile function, many reduced or eliminated ED medications, significant improvements in cholesterol and blood sugar markers. How to restore vascular function: nitric oxide boosters, foods rich in nitrates, beets, leafy greens, pomegranate, that your body converts into nitric oxide polyphenol-rich foods, extra virgin olive oil, dark chocolate, 70% plus cacao, berries, green tea, all shown to improve endothelial function, omega-3 fatty acids, wild-caught fatty fish, algae oil, reduce inflammation and improve blood vessel flexibility. Strategic exercise: moderate intensity exercise with adequate recovery, we covered this in the previous video, stimulates nitric oxide production. Foundation number 2, optimize hormone levels. Naturally after 60, testosterone, growth hormone, DHEA, and thyroid function all decline. Pills can't restore these, but specific interventions can. Research in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism found that men over 60 who optimized hormone levels through nutrition, exercise, sleep, and targeted supplementation experienced 15-25% increases in testosterone, improved energy, libido, muscle mass, cognitive function, reduced need for symptom management medications, how to optimize hormones, resistance training. 2-3x per week with adequate recovery, stimulates testosterone and growth hormone. 7-9 hours quality sleep. Testosterone production peaks during deep sleep. Reduce chronic stress. High cortisol suppresses testosterone. Key nutrients: vitamin D3, zinc, magnesium, boron. We covered this in the sublingual video. Foundation: Shutter 3. Reduce chronic inflammation. Chronic low-grade inflammation, inflammaging, is the root driver of most age-related diseases and is the primary reason pills become less effective. Research in Nature reviews. Immunology found that reducing inflammatory markers improved medication efficacy and reduced disease progression across multiple conditions. How to reduce inflammation: eliminate inflammatory foods, processed foods, refined sugars, industrial seed oils, excessive alcohol. Increase anti-inflammatory foods, fatty fish, colorful vegetables, herbs and spices, turmeric, ginger, olive oil. Optimize gut health, probiotic-rich foods, yogurt, kefir, sauerkraut, prebiotic fiber. Manage stress. Chronic stress drives inflammation. Foundation number 4, support liver and kidney function. Since your liver and kidneys are responsible for processing medications, supporting their function makes pills work better, if you still need them, and helps your body detoxify naturally. Research in hepatology found that men who supported liver function through specific dietary interventions improved drug metabolism, efficiency, and reduced side effects. How to support liver and kidneys: stay hydrated. At least half your body weight in ounces of water daily. Cruciferous vegetables, broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, support liver detox pathways. Reduce alcohol. Alcohol burdens both liver and kidneys. Avoid unnecessary medications. Every drug you take burdens these organs. Quality sleep. Liver detoxification occurs primarily during sleep. Foundation number 5. Improve insulin sensitivity and metabolic health. Insulin resistance and metabolic dysfunction are underlying drivers of cardiovascular disease, erectile dysfunction, cognitive decline, and accelerated aging. Research in diabetes care found that men over 60 who reversed insulin resistance through dietary intervention experienced dramatic improvements in blood pressure, cholesterol, blood sugar, vascular function, often eliminating need for multiple medications. How to improve metabolic health, reduce refined carbohydrates and sugars, increase protein intake, MAR 1.2 to 1.6 g per kilogram body weight for men over 60. Time-restricted eating. Eating within an 8-10 hour window supports insulin sensitivity, resistance training. Most powerful intervention for improving insulin sensitivity. Prioritize sleep. Poor sleep drives insulin resistance. Now, I'm not telling you to stop taking your medications. That would be dangerous and irresponsible. What I am telling you is this: work with your doctor to address the root causes while monitoring your need for medications. As you restore foundational health, your doctor can often reduce or eliminate medications safely and systematically. Research published in the American Journal of Medicine documented multiple cases of men over 60 who, through comprehensive lifestyle interventions, were able to eliminate blood pressure medications under medical supervision, eliminate or reduce diabetes medications, reduce or eliminate erectile dysfunction medications, improve cholesterol markers without statins. One particularly compelling study in the Lancet Diabetes and Endocrinology found that men with type 2 diabetes who implemented intensive dietary and lifestyle interventions achieved diabetes remission in 46% of cases, meaning they no longer needed medication. This isn't about natural cures or rejecting modern medicine. This is about understanding that pills manage symptoms, while lifestyle interventions address root causes. After 60, when your body's ability to process pills declines, you can't rely on pills alone anymore. You have to fix what's broken at the foundational level. Here's your action plan, starting today. Step 1. Get comprehensive lab work, not just basic panels, but deeper metabolic markers, fasting glucose and HbA1c, blood sugar control, lipid panel, cholesterol, triglycerides, HDL, LDL particle size, inflammatory markers, CRP, homocysteine, hormone levels, testosterone, DHEA, thyroid, kidney function, GFR, creatinine, liver function, ALT, AST. Step 2. Schedule a medication review with your doctor. Ask, which of my medications are treating symptoms versus root causes? If I improve my diet, exercise, sleep, and stress management, could we reduce any of these medications? What specific biomarkers should we monitor to track progress? Step 3. Implement the 5 foundations systematically. Week 1-2. Focus on vascular health, nitrate-rich foods, polyphenols, omega-3s. Week 3-4. Add hormone optimization, resistance training, sleep, stress management, key nutrients. Week 5-6. Reduce inflammation, eliminate processed foods, increase anti-inflammatory foods. Week 7-8. Support liver, kidneys, hydration, cruciferous vegetables, reduce alcohol. Week 9-12. Optimize metabolic health, reduce refined carbs, increase protein, time-restricted eating. Step 4. Retest biomarkers after 12 weeks. Work with your doctor to adjust medications based on improvements. Step 5. Continue the foundations as a permanent lifestyle, not a temporary fix. Research shows most men see significant improvements within 8-12 weeks. Blood pressure improves, blood sugar stabilizes, cholesterol markers improve, energy increases, performance improves, including intimate function. Mental clarity enhances, and for many, medications can be reduced or eliminated under medical supervision. Now, before we wrap up, I want to hear from you. Drop a comment right now and tell me, have you noticed your medications becoming less effective after 60? Which ones? And have you tried addressing root causes, or are you still relying primarily on pills? I read every comment, and your experiences help me create content that serves this community better. If this video gave you a completely new understanding of why pills stop working and what to do instead, smash that like button and subscribe so you don't miss future videos. Remember, after 60, you can't outsource your health to pills anymore. You have to take ownership of the foundational factors that determine whether your body works or breaks down. Your body is capable of remarkable recovery, even after decades of decline, when you give it what it actually needs. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.